As you know, we have been taking one shlok at a time, not necessarily every shlok of the Aparoksh Anubhuti, but salient ones which I can explain to you how you can use those shloks in your daily life. So today I'm taking the 23rd shlok of Aparoksh Anubhuti, a beautiful text composed by Bhagwan Adi Shankaracharya. So come, let me start with chanting the shloka for you. Dehoha mityayam mudho matva tishthatyaho janaha mamaya mityapi gyatva ghata drashteva sarvada. Translation: though always knowing this body as this is mine, like a pot, an ignorant person remains deluded in the idea that I am the body. All right. Not very easy to immediately understand the shloka. But if you remember last time on Thursday when we met, Bhagwan had given us 12 differences between the Atma and the physical body. Lots of different ways in which we can contemplate on these differences, and maybe that will give us an idea or give us a breakthrough in not being confusing the body with the Atma. So here again today, Bhagwan is teaching us one more way of trying to see the difference between the body and the Atma. So to do that, he is using the example of a pot. And I have a pot here for you to understand. So anyone who has a pot like this or any other pot will certainly not have any misunderstanding that I am the pot. It's clear this pot is different, I am not the pot. Even a child will definitely not say, I am the pot, even though some people may look like a pot, but still we will not make the mistake of saying, I am the pot. So one can easily identify that the pot is a separate thing from himself, and I am not the pot. This pot is mine, but I am not the pot. Now, there are some people who believe in the philosophy of materialism. It's also called Charvak philosophy. They are atheists, and they believe that the origin of everything and everyone, including this body, including everything, is simply made up of 5 elements. The 5 elements are the origin of this body, of the life force, they don't believe in eternal Atma. They believe everything is made up of the 5 elements. And when we die, the body also goes back to the 5 elements. And this life force also is part of the 5 elements. So it goes back over there. So for them, they think that I am this body. There's nothing else except this body. So they are called Laukayatikas. Laukayatikas, they are people who believe I am the body. And this body is made up of 5 elements. Now, Bhagwan in this shloka calls such people ignorant. Such people are called deluded because they have not got the deeper understanding of Atma. They don't know anything more than the gross body, subtle body, Atma, spirit, consciousness. None of that makes sense to them. So we can say they have not yet evolved on the spiritual ladder. But for us who are sadhaks, those who are, one second, there's some misunderstanding here. Sorry, there was some disturbance here. All right. So for you and me, Those of us who are on the spiritual path, those of us who are doing prescribed sadhanas, those of us who have been practicing karma yoga. And the beauty of practicing karma yoga is that it purifies the antakaran. It creates a space in the mind where things of subtler matter, subtler concepts can be understood. There is the mull, we call the 6 waves of impurities slowly get eliminated. And when all that disturbance in the mind gets eliminated, resolved, evaporated, dissolved, then the subtler teachings of Vedanta become understandable to the sadhak. And they can understand what is object and what is subject. If you remember last time, we talked a bit about that. So what is an object? An object is something that you can perceive with your 5 senses. An object is something that you can understand, interpret with your mind, and it is separate. What is the difference between object and subject? A subject is that which empowers, enlightens the sense objects to be able to perceive it. It enlivens, it empowers the mind to understand it. It empowers the mind to interpret what is being seen. So object by itself is separate from subject. By itself, it has no meaning until and unless the subject, the seer, can interpret it. So knowing this, the mature sadhak will not call this pot as I, right? Because it can see it is separate. My body is also equal to this pot because I can perceive my body. Therefore, I can understand what is going on in my thoughts. Therefore, also, this body also, just like this pot, is an object. And there is something deeper within, that is the subject, that is being able to perceive the object being this body. So this body, like this pot, is mine, but I am not the body, just like I am not this pot. But you will say, yes, it's easy to understand pot, I am not the pot. It's easy to understand I am not a pencil. It's easy to understand I am not this book because I can see it's separate. But the body is not so separate as all these objects are. You see, we feel that the seer is me only because with my own eyes I am seeing. We feel that the hearer is me only because I am hearing with these ears. We can feel that I am only the one who is smelling because I'm smelling with my nose, right? It's me, that's who I am. But it's not actually like that. You see, the eyes with which you feel you're seeing is not really the seer. Did you know that? If the eyes were really the seer, then a blind person or a dead person would also be able to see. Why is it that a dead person cannot see? Because that which is the real seer is no longer enlivening the eyes to see. If the ears were really hearing, then a corpse, a dead person, would easily get up if you called out his name. But the ears of the corpse is not the hearer. That which is enlivening, empowering, enabling his ears to hear is no longer present in the body. And therefore, the ear is not the hearer. It is that power, Atma, consciousness, life force, that is the real I, that is seeing, the real I, that is hearing, the real I, that is empowering this equipment to see, empowering this equipment to hear. So this equipment of this body, this mind, and this intellect is not me, it is mine. It belongs to this Atma for this one lifetime so that it can navigate the world. All right. So this entire body, nothing different from this pot. All right. Without that Atma within, who I really am, this body, like this pot, will have no life. Without that Atma, who I really am, this pot or this body has no power to do anything. It has no intelligence to understand, to perceive, to interpret, to cognize anything at all. So it is a lifeless bundle of flesh and bones and fluids and sinews and nothing more. So this real I, the real seer, the real hearer, that which enlivens every part of the body, that which allows every action to happen, which empowers it, that is called Atma. And that Atma is our real nature. But how can I see this Atma? How can I understand it? It is so intangible. It is so unimaginable. There's no picture also of this Atma. There is no shape, no form. How will I understand what Atma is? So, knowing all these difficulties, in the next few shlokas, Bhagwan Adi Shankaracharya has given us some lakshans, some pointers, some ways of understanding what is Atma. Who am I actually? And those are very, very beautiful shlokas, which we will be doing over the next few Thursdays. Do remember to join me on Thursday. Till then, what will you do? At least use this one example. See all the things that you can understand about the pot, why it is not you, why it is yours, but it is not you. I'm not this pot. And try and use all those understandings, all those pointers to see if you can apply it to your own body. I am not the pot is mine. Now use all that logic to say, I am not the body is mine. Try it out 1 week, okay? Next Thursday, we'll go ahead with some beautiful shlokas of Aparoksh Anubhuti. Om. 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 Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti. Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om.